Pro Football Weekly talks to coaches, scouts, evaluators from around the league to get a pulse of the NFL. And Nolan, we start with the topic that a lot of people are talking about. Cam Newton, you were very critical of him leading up to the draft, but an impressive performance in his debut. What are you hearing people say about him?
Well, I talked to 3 different evaluators after the game, and they were all generally very impressed. I think his footwork was improved from the preseason. He showed great deep ball touch. But you got to take into consideration that there were a lot of blown coverages in that game. And the big question everyone has is, how is he going to continue to prepare over the next 17 weeks? Will he get better? Will he be able to handle the losing? And I think that's a big question everybody wants to know.
I think it'll be interesting to see how he does against the Packers as opposed to that vaunted Cardinals defense. The Falcons were disappointing in Week 1 against the Bears. Are they in trouble? When they made that trade for Julio Jones, was it too much?
I think that's the feeling that a lot of evaluators have. I had one GM who specifically said, maybe they should have addressed other needs instead of going for broke with Julio. They got concerns on the defensive line and in the secondary and on the offensive line as well, and I think all those showed through in this game.
Super Bowl pick for a lot of teams, certainly didn't look like it in the first week. On the flip side, the Bears, very impressive. People thought they would be dropping back to the pack a little bit. How'd they get it done?
That's the question everybody wanted to know, is just how did they pull it off? And I think it comes down to the coordinators. I think they got 3 strong-willed coordinators, and they had a lot of playmakers who stepped up. You have Brian Urlacher making some big plays. Jay Cutler had one of the best performances of his career, and guys like Devin Hester and Matt Forte really showed up as well. So I think that's really what made the difference for the Bears.
Seems like whenever people are ready to bury the Bears, once again they step up with an impressive performance. Speaking of impressive performances, the Texans look great against the Colts. Granted, they didn't have Peyton, so we don't really know how much better the Texans are. Are they better?
I think they're absolutely better, and I think the league is generally very impressed with Wade Phillips. He's a guy that wasn't a good head coach, didn't have the leadership skills, didn't have a strong presence or command on the sideline, but he's in the perfect role right now as a defensive coordinator. I think they got the right pieces in the draft, and I think he's going to make a strong impact in that division.
Good start for Mario Williams in that 3-4 defense. We'll see if that continues. That's a look at what we're hearing from around the league. For the best coverage of the NFL, check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.